Ben would also try to use that form that Goku used, but he couldn't do it. Without alternative and seeing that he was cornered, he would use the supreme form of the Saiyans. Suddenly, Ben would put his hand on his chest, thus tightening his watch. Unlike the other times he used the supreme form of his aliens, this time it would be different, because a strong glow would begin to be seen around Ben's body. Goku, without knowing what was happening, and a little curious, would back away. The body of Goku's transformation would begin to change its shape, and a lot of hair would grow. The tail would start to grow, and a roar as if the giant Ozaru would start to sound. The hair of Goku's transformation would change to a white tone that commanded a lot of respect. Thus, Ben used the supposed supreme form of the Saiyans. What's all that supposed to be? Never seen that transformation to anyone in my life. Besides, it's as if he used the form of Ozaru fused in my body, so I feel a little scared, and I'm not able to perceive his ki. Maybe this guy is a god. But even though I'm a little nervous, I'm a little excited. Now I really want to fight. What an incredible appearance. Now I think I'm worthy of participating in this fight, Mr. Goku. Let's check that out. Goku, without thinking, would throw himself against Ben, thus launching a strong blow against him. But before he could impact with Ben, one hand would grab Goku's fist, thus giving him a kick in the stomach, which would make Goku fly several meters back. You like that? Same thing you did to me when I transformed into cold. How about if you tried this now? Ben, with both hands, would create a strong current of smoke. Suddenly, a huge sphere of ki would start to come out of it, which would be launched against Goku. But Goku, even though he was somewhat dazed, would get up quickly, thus transforming into a Super Saiyan Blue form. Goku would deflect the attack with one hand. Suddenly, this ball of energy would explode in the sky, creating a strong explosion. The two would begin to fight, thus colliding their fists, but although Ben 10 was using such a powerful transformation, he was no match for Goku, an expert in martial arts. Ben, despite throwing a lot of blows, Goku managed to dodge them with some difficulty. I don't deny it, with that form of mine you're much more powerful than before, but I told you at the beginning, a copy can't surpass the original. I don't know how you were in your other world, but you lack experience. Your blows are very easy to read. Goku would use the technique of Tien, the solar flare, thus creating a strong light blinding the eyes of Ben, which would leave him unable to act for a few moments. Goku would take advantage of this to launch a Kamehameha again. Just before the attack of Goku would impact against Ben, he would run out of time for the transformation, thus returning to make him human again. Ben, who was somewhat still blinded by the attack, wouldn't notice anything. Goku at that moment would get a little nervous as he felt something was wrong, thus managing to control his attack by diverting it elsewhere. Ben was somewhat tired from using Goku's transformation, so he fell to the ground, but Goku would catch him in the air to lay him on the grass. That was very close. I think I got too excited for the fight. It sounds ugly to say it, but I think you almost lost your life because of me. Ben, who was feeling a little dizzy, would just sit down and say, I guess you're right. Everything happened in just seconds. Couldn't see anything. I still thank you for saving my life. I think I got carried away. Forgot my watch has a time limit. By the way, Mr. Goku, now, what do you think about taking me to the power tournament? I think I could do some fighting. This time I wasn't as weak as at the beginning. And I have another alien. Ben, who was about to mention Alien X, decided he better keep quiet, as he felt that if he mentioned Alien X's powers, it would be very dangerous. And he didn't know how Goku would react. What happened? You didn't finish talking. You're gonna mention another alien you have. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm a little dizzy. I mean, I have other very strong aliens, but their transformations don't compare. At that moment, while Goku and Ben 10 were talking, Vegeta arrived, a little disconcerted since he didn't know what had happened, much less who the person was who was talking to Goku. Kakarot, what happened here? I see traces of a fight in this place. And who are you? I can't feel your ki. You seem to be a human from Earth. Vegeta kept asking more questions, but Goku would start telling him everything that had happened, and who that guy was in the green shirt. Kakarot, how am I supposed to believe that this guy's from another world? That he could seriously transform into you and use the supreme form of the Saiyans? Doesn't make sense. Vegeta, I know it doesn't make sense, but I swear, everything I told you is true. There's a watch that allows him to transform into any alien. You know, you don't have to believe me. You'll see for yourself. Come on, Ben Tennyson, transform into me. Sorry, Goku, I can't do anything right now. I have to wait a while before I can transform into you again. Well, it doesn't matter. It'll be for later. All this training has made me a little hungry. Why don't you say we go to my house and eat something? If you say so, that's fine. Goku would take Ben and Goten to his house, so that Chi-Chi would make something to eat for the three of them. while Vegeta would go home to continue training in the gravity room. Although Ben agreed to go to Goku's house, he was a little worried about everything that was happening in his world. How was it possible that he could eat peacefully when he knew that all of his friends were in great danger? And not only that, he felt that he was abusing Goku's kindness, since the only thing Ben wanted to do was collect his DNA in order to give it to the Celestial Champions along with the strongest people in this new world. A few minutes would pass, and Ben would arrive at Goku's house, greeting Chi-Chi. Wow, it's so weird that Goku brings new people to the house. I gotta imagine my poor Goku's starving. I made all this delicious food for everyone. Oh, by the way, I haven't asked your name yet. Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Ben Tennyson. I'm a recent friend of your husband's. We became friends in a fight. Oh, I understand. So that's what it was. Goku, how many times have I told you not to get Goten in fights? He should study and be someone very important in the future. Just look how his brother Gohan is. He married a person with a lot of money. Now he has a great job. So you know Goten should study a lot. By the way, you can sit at the table. Soon the food will be ready. And you, Goku, and Goten, go change, or else you're not going to eat. About 30 minutes would pass, and on the table there would be many delicious dishes. Although Ben felt worried he wouldn't think so much about what was happening, and just enjoy for a moment the great food that Chi-Chi had cooked. Since he was used to eating hamburgers and milkshakes, eating different food was a unique experience. And besides that, he hadn't enjoyed a good meal for a long time. While they ate, Chi-Chi asked Ben about his family and friends, but Ben avoided the questions and talked about anything else. While they were all eating dinner, Whis, on his cane, managed to witness the fight and was somewhat amazed. Beerus was very worried about the stupidity that Goku had done to make a tournament of power, so he couldn't think of anything else.
Whis, what are we supposed to do? That idiot Goku told the great Zeno-sama about that stupid tournament. And if we don't win, the whole universe will be eliminated. I swear when I see him, I'll eliminate him. I think I've been very good to him, but he's already going too far.
Mr. Beerus, I know you're a little worried about everything, but we should take it easy. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
It's not that big of a deal. Don't you see that if we lose, the whole universe will be eliminated? Of course you're not worried because you're not going to disappear.
I understand, Mr. Beerus, but about an hour ago I saw something very interesting. I was just watching Goku from my staff as he asked me, and suddenly I saw him fighting with a person I had never seen before. Not only that, with his watch he could transform into him, and he obtained a transformation that looked very powerful. He says he's from another world, and as soon as he saw Mr. Goku, he asked for the great Zeno-sama. Beerus, who was uneasy, would have opened his eyes from the impression.
Are you telling me the truth? I need to see it with my own eyes.
Whis would show everything to the god Beerus, and he'd be impressed that just by scanning Goku, he was able to transform into Goku and use a more powerful form than him.
This is very impressive. If someone from another universe knew about this, that would be a big problem. But if we use that person as an ally, we can win the Tournament of Power without problem. Whis, take me to Earth. I need to meet this so-called Ben Tennyson.
And so Beerus and Whis would be on their way to Earth. Meanwhile, on Earth, Ben was quite full from the food, and he would thank Chi-Chi and Goku for inviting him to eat. Hey Ben, what do you think if we go to Bulma's house and show Vegeta that transformation you used? I also wanted to tell you that if you're gonna go to the Tournament of Power, you gotta train your body more. You gotta learn to use ki and be able to feel the energy of your enemies. You can't rely too much on the power of your watch, but luckily, you have me. I'll help you train your body and mind before the tournament. But before that, I want you to have a fight with Vegeta. Okay, Mr. Goku. By the way, this time I don't need you to carry me. I'll use your form to fly. Ben would activate his watch and would transform back into Goku to fly with him to Capsule Corp. When they arrived there, Vegeta would have felt slightly the ki of Goku approaching at a high speed, to which he'd be a little annoyed. The minutes would pass and Goku along with Ben would arrive at the Capsule Corporation, thus meeting Vegeta as soon as they arrived. Vegeta, to see Goku, would see that there was someone very similar to him.
Kakarot, what the hell is this? Don't tell me it's the one from last time.
That's Vegeta, and I brought him to fight you. I want you to see that I'm not lying. Ben uses the supreme form of the Saiyans. Ben would again tighten his chest where the watch was, leaving a great glow. Showing Vegeta the supreme form of the Saiyans. Vegeta, to see Ben, would be very surprised, thus leaving a little sweat on his face.
How is it possible that someone who doesn't have our warrior blood can do that?